If you love Biscoff, then you are going to be obsessed with these Biscoff cupcakes. And because we don't do no gatekeeping over here, I'm going to show you exactly how I made these. So first thing I'm going to do for the cupcakes is start off with the mix. And I like to use the box mix. Now, if you want to be fancy, you can go ahead and make yours from scratch. But I'm going to use the box mix for mine. And I do follow box instructions, but I do like to change some things out. So first, the box instructions tell us to do is add 3 eggs. Now, if you do not add these 3 eggs, your cupcakes are not going to come out the way they're supposed to. So go ahead and make sure you add 3 eggs. Once we get the 3 eggs in there, next it says to add a cup of water, but I like to switch out my cup of water with a cup of milk instead of water because it's going to make the cupcakes more moist, richer, and more flavorful. So that's why I like to do that. After I get the milk in there, I do go in with a half a cup of oil, or if you don't have oil, you can use butter. Now that I have all of my box ingredients in there, I'm going to go in with not 1 tablespoon, but 2 tablespoons of that Biscoff butter because I want that Biscoff flavor to come through. You can add as little or as much as you like, but for me, I feel like 2 tablespoons is just the right amount. Now, after I get my Biscoff in there, I got all the ingredients I need to make my cupcakes. It's time to combine them. Now, if you like me and you do not have a mixer, you can mix this by hand, but it's definitely going to take a little bit of work. Now, if you got a mixer, go ahead and mix everything up, and then we're going to put our oven on 350 degrees so that can start coming up to temperature because we're just about ready to put these cupcakes in the oven. Now that I got everything mixed, this is how it should look. Everything looks beautiful. Everything is smelling absolutely delicious, and I was already getting excited for these, and we was nowhere near ready. This is how they looked. Gorgeous, beautiful, perfect, nice, creamy, velvety cupcake mix. And I mix this by hand, y'all. So if y'all do not have a mixer, do not let it stop you from making your cupcakes because it can be done by hand. Now that my batter is ready, it's time to put those cupcake liners in the cupcake pan so we can start scooping our cupcakes. Now, every time I cook, every once in a while, I do hear a little person that likes to come in the kitchen and help me. And whenever my children do like to come in, I do not have a problem with them coming in unless it's something that I'm doing and I just got to get it done. But today was a no rush bake kind of day, so my daughter did come in and help me with some of the process, but anyways, let's get back to these cupcakes. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my cupcake scooper, get all my cupcake batter into the cupcakes, and then we're going to put them in the oven until they are completely done. And if you don't know, you can set your timer for about 15 minutes, or when you think they are done, you pull them out, stick a toothpick in them. If your toothpick comes off clean, then you know your cupcakes are done. If it's still residue on your toothpick, then you know you need to put them back in there. Once the cupcake cool, I was going ahead and making my Biscoff frosting. Now, I do not make frosting from scratch. This is frosting that I got right out of the jar in the baking section in the supermarket. I'm going to take that, add some Biscoff to there, and we're going to mix that up together. Now, when it comes to frosting, I am not the best. I'm not the most confident, but I did get this cool little tool off of Amazon, and it's supposed to help make your frosting come out like a professional baker. So I decided to go ahead and give it a little try, and this is how it turned out. Now, the downside about this is if you're making a big batch of cupcakes, it does not hold a lot of frosting, so you have to keep going to refill it. And the whole time I was just sitting here hoping that I did not run out of frosting because I did not want to go ahead and make another batch and keep refilling this because it is a little bit messy trying to refill it, or I just haven't found the right method that I would use to refill it to avoid making such a big mess. But we got through it and we had just enough. Now I know that space over there that ain't got enough frosting on there, don't worry about that. We're gonna make that do what it do. After I got my frosting on there, I went and added in some of these Biscoff cream cookies because they are so good. I absolutely love those. So I added those right on top of my cupcakes. And I'm going to put one right there where that frosting is missing. I promise you the kids will not know the difference. Now that all of the cupcakes have their Biscoff cookie on top, and because I'm fancy like that, I want to add me a little bit of razzle dazzle to it. I am going to shake some of this edible glitter, this gold edible glitter that I have. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit right on top. And it's just going to give it that oomph that is looking for. It is going to take it to the next level. And when I tell you These Biscoff cupcakes were so good that you are going to be obsessed with them. I am obsessed with them. I just love anything Biscoff, and these came out 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. So if you haven't tried these already, I suggest you go ahead and get in the kitchen, get that oven on, and get them cupcakes going, because these are so good.